Okay, spoiler time. Your last warning. This movie, there's a lot of fan service. I was really excited to see the rumors be true that John Krasinski is Reed Richards from the Fantastic Four. I saw there was a mock-up of how he would look in his suit, and it's like they captured it exactly, even with the beard. John Krasinski looked older than what he usually does, so I don't know if that was on purpose or that's how he really looks. But maybe when the Fantastic Four movie comes out, he won't have a beard and he'll look less older. And we're looking at the Reed Richards, much older, wiser, and maybe not part of the Fantastic Four and not just into the Illuminati. And then the final Illuminati guy, Professor X, Professor Xavier, with his OG wheelchair from the show. Why was it so hard for the X-Men movies to capture that yellow electric wheelchair he uses? And then as he's coming out, and then you hear that cartoon theme song. Oh man, what a great fan service. I really enjoyed that. I was confused why there was a different Captain Marvel. Maybe we'll find that out in Miss Marvel, the sequel to Captain Marvel. I wasn't familiar with the guy who can't talk. Right, enough about the fan service part. I thought the Doctor Strange we saw in the beginning was going to kind of be like the What If series. We're going to see him become the evil Doctor Strange. But as we saw, he died right away, which, he played a part towards the end of the movie. That was cool to see. That was the horror section. That was that horror that Sam Raimi is known for. The music, the tone, it kind of reminds me of his Evil Dead movies. I enjoyed the comedic part of the other Doctor Strange, the other Doctor Strange. That was hilarious. I think there was a total of 3, right? The intro one, the one from our universe, which I'm not counting. The second one with the third eye. And the third one... What's the third one? Oh, the third one that the Illuminati talk about from their universe and how they killed him for the safety of the multiverse. So Wanda was the villain. I wasn't expecting that. So she's no longer Wanda, she's now the Scarlet Witch, which is a different entity. And that's the part that I'm confused. Professor Xavier, we saw inside the mind of Scarlet Witch, and she has Wanda in prison. That at the end of the movie, I guess Scarlet Witch released Wanda from her control, or was that just Scarlet Witch and Wanda is still in prison? That part I don't understand. And it was kind of cheesy for Wanda to surrender after realizing that the kids are afraid of her and don't like her. Like, I get it, but that could have been better writing. I enjoyed the first time Doctor Strange went to the multiverse and you kind of see all these different multiverses as they're falling. And I enjoyed the cartoon one, which took me back into that animated series Spider-Man. Doctor Strange made an appearance there. I'm trying to think what other cartoons. Was it X-Men? Anyway, I did watch the movie on 3D because someone I follow on YouTube suggested that with all the things that are going on in the movie, it would be best to watch it in 3D, but I gotta say, it took me like an hour to adjust to the 3D. It's kind of like somebody going from standard definition to like 4K. It seemed weird and I was afraid it was going to distract me from what was going on in the movie. There's nothing complicated in the movie, it's straightforward, you won't be confused with what's going on. I wasn't expecting Christine to be alive in the beginning scene where our Doctor Strange, goes to her wedding. I guess I was thinking of the What If series where she died. Again, I should have watched the first movie before watching this one to know what was going on with her, to at least have known that she was still alive. That was kind of a bummer, that she's still alive, but he can't have her. And some lame excuse that she wasn't into him because he loved this job more than her. I don't know, that was kind of like a lame excuse why they're not together anymore. I didn't see that bald lady either. I was hoping she would make a cameo. I know she's dead, but like from the spirit world or something. And I like how the end ties in with the beginning where our Doctor Strange, it seems he's gonna do the same thing as the Doctor Strange from the beginning, where the only way to save the multiverse is we're stealing America's powers for Doctor Strange to have access to the multiverse powers to put an end to Wanda. But our Doctor Strange finds another way, and I think Professor X knew that. I don't know if he just saw into his mind that he has a good heart. But yeah, Patrick Stewart, he's looking old. He looks like he's 80 or in his late 70s. And I'm kind of scared because once they finally bring out the X-Men, how long will he be alive to, in hopes to see a new trilogy under Marvel's direction? So this definitely picks up after the WandaVision where she's studying that witch magic and how we get that cliffhanger of she hears her kids calling for her to realize that they do exist just in other multiverses. But then who's the father if they really do exist? And Wong, or I believe it was Doctor Strange, what's gonna happen to that other Wanda once you go to that multiverse? But Wanda didn't want to have it. I guess she will go to any lengths to kill that Wanda. And it's kind of sad, her dreaming of her kids, but every morning it's a nightmare where she has to wake up and not have her kids there. And at the end they make it seem like Wanda sacrificed herself, but I'm sure she'll be back. But maybe not as Scarlet Witch. What about Vision? There was no sign of Vision. I heard a rumor, maybe it was for a different show, that Vision was gonna make an appearance, the White Vision that is. So we find out that the evil Doctor Strange from the Collapse universe, using that dark magic book, came at a cost, which is the same what it did to Wanda to become the Scarlet Witch, for it to put you in a spell and become evil in a sense. So at the end where Wong asks Doctor Strange if he's okay and he has no effects of using that black magic, he says he feels good, but that cliffhanger at the end shows him getting that third eye. So what does that mean for the future of Doctor Strange? Bruce Campbell makes an appearance, the guy that would make cameos in Sam Raimi's original Spider-Man trilogy. I don't know if Sam did that as a callback to his original Spider-Man trilogy, but it was good to see Bruce. And at the very end of the movie, we see him like still hitting himself because Doctor Strange put him in that spell for 3 weeks. It was kind of a disappointment that I waited that long for the credits just to see it's over, like he was referring to like the spell's over, but then he looks at the camera kind of saying like the movie's over, bye. I was hoping for a teaser maybe for the next movie, Thor. So I'm really curious what's gonna happen with America now. They took her under their wing and they're gonna train her how to use the magic stuff, but will we see her again? Probably not. I'm glad to see Wong made it. I really thought that he died when he fell off that cliff. But who knows, maybe in the Disney's Loki series, since there will be a second season, maybe we'll see Maria there, since it has to do with multiverses. I know that's all I can think about from the movie. I was really excited for that fan service. That was the biggest hype. Oh, and the horror part of the movie, aside from, you know, raising the dead Doctor Strange tomb with the music and just like raising the dead, that was up Sam Raimi's alley. Making Elizabeth Olsen the villain was believable in that chase scene. And the part where Professor X is in her head and we see that he's trying to help out Wanda from the imprisonment from the Scarlet Witch, where you actually see her like a witch, like a dead witch, like a zombie witch. That was horrifying. I was expecting to see more of that, maybe like Wanda escapes the spell and it's like the Scarlet Witch versus, you know, our Wanda. But all in all, it was a great movie. I enjoyed it. The pacing, the comedy, the horror, the action, the different multiverses, the fan service. It was another great Marvel movie. So what did you think? Let me know your thoughts below. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.